Hey CBM fam, guess what day it is? It's Monday. Yes, that's right. It's Motivational Monday with me. And guess who's with me today? My mom. I am here in Texas in my dad's office. As you can see, if you ever watched the Chosen Vessel Bible class, you will normally see this in the background probably. But anyway, we're so excited to talk to you today. This will be a little bit of a spin-off of what we talked about last time we met around the coffee bean, but this is more about nurture versus nature. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Okay, so here we are, and I'm so excited to be back with you with my mama. And I want to talk. So last time we met, we talked about the coffee bean and really the importance of being in control of our environment, our situation, and kind of what we produce out of that. And as we reflect on Mother's Day and we think about our role, and for those of you that are men that are watching too, our role as parents is really to model what good looks like, what great looks like, what excellence looks like, what prayer looks like, what a relationship with God looks like, what being spirit-filled in your home looks like, what a good marriage looks like, what communication looks like. So we model those things, and we talk about this resiliency and being positive. We have a part in that, right? Because children do reflect what they see. And it was so beautiful. Yesterday, we had Pastor Timony was there, and she was preaching at the Chosen Vessel. Amazing word. It was about oil, and she used 2 Kings chapter 4, the widow's oil, where we talked about the woman and her two sons that were with her, and really watched. They had front row seats at this miracle that was happening, and watching her, just this house that understood who God was, who the office of the prophet was, and as she consulted and as she was given a task to do, she did that. The sons were there with her. And just beautiful. You just have to catch the message. I don't want to teach that message, but what I loved is how she highlighted that at the end of the day, our children, they're getting lots of information from whether it's their phones, what's on TV, social media, the things that they're reading, their teachers, their friends at school. And sometimes we seem like a nag, so they may tune us out. They may not hear what we're saying, but they do see what we're doing. So we are responsible for what we do. And if you don't have children yet, this is something for you to take in and to always remember. But also remember those that are looking up to you, whether it's your brothers or your sisters. Maybe you don't have children yet. Your nieces, your nephews, or other young people that are watching you and that are around you during church or what have you. So it's really important in how we walk our walk, and especially for us as parents, they need to see what does it look like to be resilient. What does it look like when everything just seems to be a mess? And what's mom and dad doing? Do they look anxious? Are they yelling, screaming? Are they cussing? Are they stressed out? Or what do they say? Are they making room for the miracle? Do they acknowledge it so that your kids understand that? I remember when mom, and I've told this testimony where, they were in a situation where they needed a certain amount for a certain bill. And just a very quick background to it is that dad had a very successful business in Texas. He was actually in the oil. Strangely, we're talking about oil, but the oil business. And unfortunately, some things happened, and the company ended up going bankrupt. So we went from lake houses and boats and all these wonderful things to at one point not having a home. And so thank God for the church people that did take us in and that supported us during that time as dad and mom bounced back. But I do remember them kind of coasting through this and understanding that everything is going to be okay. They weren't setting their hair on fire or going crazy. I'm sure there were times maybe with us not around that you guys dealt with things, but at the end of the day, what we seen strength. We seen you go to school and you act like everything's okay. So this is, again, back to that, what do our children see? And also seeing how when you had that situation happen where this money showed up, y'all, it just showed up. And it was in the car, it was in the glove compartment, and you were like, oh my God, God did this. This is a miracle. This is so amazing. So from a little person, I knew that miracles were real. I knew that God works. I knew that God listens, He sees, He understands, and He meets our needs. I don't know how he does it, but he did it. And
Right.
as a young person, that started my faith walk. And I know I'm a person that has very strong faith, but I think it's because of what I've seen, what I've witnessed, miracles that I have physically witnessed, just like the sons in chapter 4 of this widow witnessed this miracle. Look what God has done. So it's so amazing. So remember to remember what you're showing and what you're exuding
Right.
to your children.
Yeah,
And
that's
also,
important.
yes, and
That's
remember.
very important.
Yeah, let me let her
because
talk.
you can tell the children you need to be kind, you need to be this, you can speak about joy or whatever, but they want to see you in action. When things were down and tough, they didn't need to see me falling in the floor crying. How am I going to get through? How am I get through? But they need to see us praying and asking God for the miracle, and it happened.
Amen.
And that's what they needed to see from us.
And that is what we've seen. So we know for a fact that God is faithful. We know for a fact who we are in Christ. And truly that there's really nothing for us to completely worry about. Yes, we are human. We do deal with emotions, and we have to make sure our kids understand that too. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. But this is what we do with that feeling. This is where we take it. We take it to Jesus, because He is our safety. He is our strength. He is our shield. And so, anyway, these are the things that we wanted to share with you today. We hope that you had an amazing Mother's Day yesterday.
Yes, I did.
I'm sure she did, yes. And she actually was spoiling me on Mother's Day, and I'm here to spoil her. But God is just so good, and He's so faithful, and I pray that He was the same to you on yesterday and for the rest of this week. And whatever you do, stay motivated. Love you guys.